My name is Steve Safe, and I'm a faculty member at Texas A&M University, College of Veterinary Medicine. Coffee is a really interesting fruit, and it's the most consumed beverage in the world. And it also turns out, like very few things, that coffee drinkers have a lot of extra health benefits. Coffee drinkers live longer, they have less metabolic disease, they have less diseases of aging, which covers the whole waterfront. Coffee drinkers live longer. That integrates a lot of different things. There are a number of cancers that are lower in coffee drinkers. Coffee is really protective against neurotoxicity like Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's, et cetera. So it's very good with respect to neuronal effects. It also protects against metabolic disease. There's some controversy with respect to cardiovascular, where there might be some, problems with drinking too much coffee. And almost all of these benefits are dose dependent. The more you drink, up to a point of usually 4 to 5 cups a day, the better the protection or the health benefits. Well, it's like a vegetable diet. The Mediterranean diet, which is rich in vegetables, and a lot of vegetable individuals on vegetable diets, they also have similar benefits. And basically, it's the chemicals in coffee, just like the chemicals in vegetables. They're health protective. They're anti-inflammatory, and they have, many health benefits. The studies vary a little bit, but for the most part, you get benefits from caffeinated or decaffeinated coffee. Caffeine has its own benefits and problems. So the caffeine is not the driver. It's the driver of the health benefits are the things in coffee, the chemicals in coffee that are protective. If mechanistically, if coffee protects against disease, the mechanisms of how coffee does it, reveals certain pathways that are important that may not be just induced by coffee and coffee components, but by other components. So it really opens up understanding of the pathways of disease, how coffee is protective, what makes it protective, et cetera. But it's complicated. It's not simple, and we haven't figured it out, but we've got some insights. We looked at, I think, 8 or 10 different sources of coffee. We have a coffee expert, Roger Norton, who gets the coffee for us, and it's from Honduras, El Salvador, all through Central America, a few South American countries. And what we did is we compared espresso to medium ground, and in many of the coffees there wasn't much of a difference. But in a few, the espressos, which you might expect to be a little bit more helpful, more potent, were actually more potent. They tended to be a little bit more potent, but in a couple brands, they were quite a bit more potent. And you'd expect that because they have greater surface area, easy to extract. I extracted them actually just in boiling water. So tried to mimic brewed coffee. I like dark coffee. Some of the Americano coffees are pretty good when they're done properly, but I mainly drink espresso. And I've got an espresso machine, albeit a cheap one, in the lab here.